Welcome to Exo Protein Cookie Gaming. In this multiple part series, I am going to be uploading all of the killers and all of the survivors of this game, Dead by Daylight. I go through their lore, customizations in store, and then I also go through their abilities, perks, and a little bit of info about them. So this one is clearly Chucky. They call him the good guy in game. His ability, he has a few of them. So the first one is Hidey Ho mode. Chucky can enter Hidey Ho mode at any time, provided the cooldown is over. When in Hidey Ho mode, Chucky becomes undetectable and generates map-wide footfalls, disorienting survivors with sounds and footprints coming from many directions. So you could be in game as a survivor going against him on a map, and you could be doing something like, I don't know, healing someone, healing yourself, or doing a generator. When he hits this mode, you will see kind of invisible footprints run around you, and you'll hear the patter, and it kind of, I guess, disorients you. It definitely freaks me out. The second one is called Slice and Dice. While in Hidey Ho mode, Chucky gets access to the charged Slice and Dice ability, allowing him to rush unsuspecting survivors before leaping forward and performing a Slice and Dice attack. Additionally, Chucky can quickly chain a scamper while using a Slice and Dice. And the third one is called Scamper. While performing a Slice and Dice in Hidey Ho mode, Chucky can perform a scamper through windows or under downed pallets, allowing him to close on his unsuspecting prey. I also think it's worth it to mention, maybe a little bit obvious, he is this very small guy, even smaller when you're in the map. If you get to play against him, you'll see. Most, if not all, of the killers are very tall, so that you can see them in game a little bit easier, even if they're like meters away. But this guy goes so fast and he's so short that it's incredibly hard as a survivor to spot him on the map. So it's inherently very hard against him. The first perk, is called Two Can Play. Anytime you are stunned or blinded by any survivor 2 times, if there is no hex totem associated with hex, Two Can Play, a dull totem becomes a hex totem. Survivors who stun or blind you are blinded for 1.5 seconds, and this does not affect carried survivors. The hex effects persist as long as the related hex totem is standing. Alright, second one is Friends Till the End. You become obsessed with one survivor. This is a really good perk. I like this perk as killer. When you hook a survivor that is not the obsession becomes exposed for 20 seconds and reveals their aura for 10 seconds. When you hook the obsession, another random survivor screams and reveals their position and becomes the obsession. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. Exposed survivors will be downed by basic attacks even if injured. So the obsession is on, let's say the obsession is on you as a survivor. The killer gets more blood points to kill you in game. Not bad perks. This second one is probably the best. All right, the third one is batteries included. When within 16 meters of a completed generator, you have 5% haste. Haste is just movement speed. The movement speed bonus lingers for 5 seconds after leaving the generator's range. All right, the good guy. Charles Lee Ray, the infamous Lakeshore Strangler, was tracked down and shot after a murderous rampage. However, he escaped death by having his soul possessed a good guy's doll named Chucky through a curse. Chucky didn't want to stay a good guy forever, though, and he knew there was only one way to change that. Take the body of Andy Barclay, the first person he had revealed his secret to. After his first attempt failed, Chucky waited 2 long years before he found Andy again. With nobody standing between Chucky and Andy, he took the boy to the good guy factory to complete the process of stealing Andy's body. But Andy's foster sister, Kyle, realized something was amiss and followed Andy to the factory. Inside the factory, Chucky forced Andy to the ground and spoke ancient words to take possession of his body. But the ritual didn't go as planned, and Kyle quickly and desperately toppled a stack of good guy boxes over him. Chucky screamed his frustration as he pushed through the pile of boxes. Gathering his wits, he looked down a brightly lit aisle and saw Andy running into a thick, swirling mass of fog. He thought he was seeing things at first, but then he realized the fog was real and it was there to help him. His words hadn't worked as intended, but he had somehow conjured something else, something unsuspected, something he didn't quite understand. And not wanting to lose his only chance for a real body, he charged through the fog, screaming after Andy. Gonna head over to his customizations. Of course, we have the Bride of Chucky. I've seen a lot of people have this in game. This one's called Back from the Dead Chucky. He has the scars and the blood all over him. This is Birthday Doll. Bladed good guy. He's got doll parts sticking out of him. Very interesting. And then we have Charred Chucky, where he's obviously half burnt. Very creepy. And then this is, of course, his default. Alright, so if you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to these videos. And then also don't forget to add me on Twitch. My Twitch name is XOProteinCookie. Thanks again for watching.